Hello there, Orla here, and welcome back to our training on how to transform your brand in 5 days. Yay, can you believe it? We're on day number 2 already in this absolutely jam-packed training. I created this training because I wanted you to be confident in your brand, confident in the fact that you are a brand, what it means to be a strong and positive brand, and how to use that to connect with your consumers, drive brand loyalty, and drive sales. So it's a jam-packed course over the 5 days. First of all, we had an introduction where we looked at why branding matters, and yesterday we looked at confidence in your brand and who you stand for. And we very much covered your values there and your brand purpose. So by now, you should understand the importance of a strong and positive brand. Remember, if your brand's not strong, it's not being seen. And if your brand's negative and strong, it's been seen but for the wrong reasons. So we want to help you create a strong and positive brand. And you're very much now on the journey to creating that. Yesterday, we took the first step whereby we looked at brand values and using these to create a brand purpose. And we gave the example of Apple. You know, I love Apple and how they use their brand values to drive absolutely everything that they do. And in today's training, we'll cover who your ideal client is, the hero of your brand, and why creating a tribe of brand heroes has numerous benefits for your business. Now, I have created other training on this where I go really deep into community building and the benefits of community building. So we'll touch briefly on this, but if you want to go really deep into community building and tribe building, I do have a specific training for that as well. So in today's training video, first of all, we're going to look at your brand hero, who they are and how to make them feel part of your brand. Then we're going to look at representing your tribe, bringing your heroes together and representing them. And I think that's absolutely key. And we'll talk about it. It's people make decisions now for purchasing based on different reasons. And one of them is that they feel a part of something bigger. And that you can do by creating a tribe and community building. It's not as difficult as it sounds. So first of all, I want you to see when you look at this slide, if the song I Need a Hero is screaming out at you. I won't sing it because your ears would probably fall off. But the whole point is that we get into business and we think that we are the heroes to our customers. You know, we created a fantastic product, we provide a fantastic service, and we think we are the heroes. We are there to save them. And the truth of the matter is, if you build a business in that way, it's going to have massive problems, because in actual fact, the hero isn't you, the hero is your customer. And the hero of your brand is your customers, because they are your brand. Now, they don't need saving. They are perfectly fine the way they are. But what they do is they represent your company. And you represent them by solving a problem. And if you position them as the hero in your marketing, if you make it all about them, what they want to achieve, and how your product or service acts as a guide in helping them achieve that, you're on to a winner. So I think it's very much when we say, okay, I am a fitness instructor, I'm a personal trainer, I can help you lose weight. It's not about I. It's about them. What do they want to achieve? You look at their body, you look at how they work, you identify what exercises are going to work best for them, and they do the hard work and you merely guide them on the right way. And that might sound counterintuitive because we live in a world whereby it's all about experts industries, it's all about solving problems. You can still solve a problem, but you don't have to be the most important person in the room. And if you're in the room with your customer, they are the most important person in the room. And it's just about getting your head around that. And for most of us, that's going to be super easy because intuitively, that's how we behave. Intuitively, we always put our customers first. Intuitively, it's about helping them. But it's just about making sure that we do that in our marketing as well. And the easiest way to do that is less of I and more of you. So if you're tempted to start websites, blogs, Facebook posts with I, see how you can change that to you, and it's going to make an absolutely huge difference. Another example would be if you had a product, let's say you had a vegan milk, like a nut milk, you created a new almond milk. So rather than talk about just about how delicious it is and how amazing it is and blah, 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 we could very much focus on, plant power and fitting into their lifestyle, and how the world is still very heavily ingrained in this whole, dairy. We go out, we get our latte, there's yogurt, there's milk, there's chocolate, there's everything. But you sign up and you buy my new almond milk, and I fit into your lifestyle. I make it easy. This is easy for you to go out and have your jog in the morning. It's easy for you to get the kids ready for school. It's easy for you to enjoy work and enjoy nights out because you choose this milk. So the hero of your brand is your customers. And that is absolutely fantastic for you, because I know that is how you behave as it is. So how can you make your customers the hero of your brand? Well, first and foremost, you have to be very, very crystal clear on the problem your brand solves for your customer. Okay, crystal clear on that one. So you solve a problem that they have. Now, an unmet need could be also a problem, because sometimes we might be makeup artists, we might be beauticians, we might be coaches like myself, and we might say, well, they don't have a problem. But if they have a desire to move forward, if they have a desire to make change in their life, and there's no one there to help them do that, they have a fucking problem. So identify the problem that your brand solves for your customer, and then clearly convey how your customer's life will be better once this problem is solved. So do you see how everything is the focus on the customer? It's not, I have 25 years experience as an accountant and I know everything about accounts. No. It's your problem is you've hidden from your finances for the past 10 years. Your problem is you don't have the confidence in generating the sales that you want in your business, so you're not providing for your tax. So you're not future-proofing your business. And I'm going to help you see past that and develop a clear system for financial growth. So let's turn it around here and make it clear that they've done all the hard work and you've just helped them along the way. And this boils down to everything from your testimonials to what goes on your website to how you thank them when they provide testimonials. Because often when we read testimonials, we see, Orla was amazing, Orla did this, Orla did that. Well, Orla, you're me and you can fuck off. It is about the client, and it's about, I achieved this, my life changed because of this. Yeah, sure, Orla helped me along the way, but I achieved my goals. And then when I get a testimonial, I go in and I compliment them for achieving their goals. And that just means that when a customer, a new potential customer, sees your testimonial, sees your brand, sees your interaction with their current clients, it's not all about you, it's all about them. And that cuts through the noise. We saw the quote from Steve Jobs in the last video training. It is a very, very busy world people live in, so they need to work with brands that cut through the noise, and the easiest way to do this is to make the customer the hero of your brand. Okay, and then I want to consider what it means to have a brand tribe. So a brand tribe is essentially a group of heroes, so a group of ideal customers who are linked by a shared belief about your brand. Basically, they like your brand. And they like your brand a lot. And for what reason? So, I'm going to use some example about me, and we spoke about in the last training. When I went to the Eurovision in 2016, I was so intimidated going to the Eurovision. I was like, oh my God, this is ridiculous. I cannot believe that I'm here. I was so emotional that morning. I was almost in tears. But when I got in there, it was the very first time in my life where I was in an auditorium where everyone had the same music taste as me, where everyone was dancing to old Eurovision songs, where everyone felt this appreciation. So the common element there was we had this appreciation for this music that very few people have an appreciation for when you're walking down the street. And it felt amazing. So I talk about this moment all the time because it clearly signifies that I wasn't just consuming the Eurovision. I wasn't there to watch the Eurovision. I was the Eurovision. And when you realize that if you can help that with your clients, if you can help your customers be your business, you have taken the next step. So when I was at that Eurovision, I contributed to the atmosphere. I contributed to the screams when the votes came in. I contributed to the applause. It's the same when we think about going to a rugby match, supporting your country, supporting your local team. They always say, like the extra player on the field. That's what we want. We want to create a brand tribe, so they are the extra player on your field. Because they care about your business and they want you to succeed, and they become super fans, and in essence they become an extension of your marketing. Right, so let's get technical for a minute, and let's talk about why tribes are becoming more and more important, and why more and more brands are looking to create a community, a tribe, a brand tribe. Well, it all boils down to changes in consumer decision making and what influences us to choose to purchase something. What influences us to choose to buy. So back in the day, say early 1900s, there or thereabouts, we'd very focus on what it has. If it was, let's say if it was flour for making bread, what was it? It was flour, And then as we become more sophisticated, and by more sophisticated, what I basically mean is as people wanted to sell more to us, there's very much in life we actually need to survive. Food, basic food, shelter, and clothes. There's very much we actually need to survive. So marketing and businesses, they wanted to sell us more and they wanted us to buy more. So then they moved on to the benefits, what it does. So what is the benefit of this flour over another flour? Well, the vitamins are pumped back into it. It's gluten-free. It's what's that thing where they hand mill it or whatever. But it's an amazing flour, and you talk about the benefits of it. Come the 1950s, they're still trying to sell us more and more, and they talk about the experience. So how will you feel as you use this flour to bake bread? How will you feel as you feed your family this amazing, delicious, homemade bread that they can't get anywhere else? And this was marketing for, the best part of 50 years, is how we're going to feel. And now we choose to purchase based on who we are and being part of a bigger community, being part of a tribe that represents us. Because people buy from businesses because we want to feel connected. We want to feel a part of something bigger than ourselves. So for example, when I go into Wagamama's and I look around, you see other people enjoying healthy food and you feel a bit smug because, you've not gone to McDonald's or you've not grabbed a pizza and you're like, ooh, I'm eating healthy today. I feel amazing. When I open my iPhone, see when I'm in Starbucks and other people are opening up their Mac, if they don't have a Mac, I'm giving them a funny look. I'm wondering where their Mac is. So I'm like, ooh, where's their Mac gone? Everything. Think about what you buy that you think is a representation of who you are. Think about that bag that you really, really, really wanted to buy because it was going to make you feel like a different person. Think about that holiday that you went on because you knew you'd feel amazing on that holiday, and you knew you'd feel like someone else and part of something bigger. So I'll go back. We don't just purchase because of features, benefits, experience, and identification who we are. We now purchase for all of those things. So it's not that we just go for the tribe and we forget the features, the benefits, and how our customers are going to feel. We have to speak about all of these things in our marketing and make them real. Because as I've said, people buy from businesses because they want to feel connected, a part of something bigger than themselves, and because it's a signal of who they really, really are. Because you might be knackered and you might feel tired and you might be exhausted, but when you take out that bottle of perfume and you spray it, and you know that who's someone really famous, Jennifer Lopez, that your local influencer Instagrammer, you know that they all have that perfume and you feel part of something bigger, or that perfume donates 10% of its charity to a women's rights foundation, so you're giving back. So think about what the purchase and what that signals, because every time we engage with brands online, every time we open our purse to make a purchase, we are reflecting who we really are to the outside world. So we are saying, when I purchase from you, I agree with you. I agree with your business, your ethos, and what you're doing, and this is amazing. And then the knock-on effect is brand tribes promote it, and they effectively promote your business for you, so they're an extension of your marketing. We check in at our favorite venues now. If we go out to meals, we check in. If we go on Instagram and we're sharing a photo and it clicks locally where we are, we click where we're located. We do lives from concerts, we do lives from events, we do lives from coffee shops. We are the brands we love. And in case you're wondering, that makes us all very eclectic, interesting characters. But isn't that the way the world is supposed to be? Right, my friends, let's get back to you and let's get back to your business and let's get you over to the worksheets and think, what shared beliefs do your heroes have? So it could be about your product. It's going to be about your business. What shared beliefs do people have about what you offer? And it could be that, you're genuine and authentic in your approach, that you represent them because you're a real woman doing real work. It could be that you're an eco warrior, And then think, how can you create content, products and services around this shared value? So an example for myself would be the shared beliefs that my heroes have is they want to create better lives. You want your business to provide a better life for you. You want to change the world. It's not just about replacing your corporate paycheck or spending more time with the kids. It's about fulfilling your true potential. So I will create courses that cover both mindset and skill set to help you do that. So look at your ideal client. Again, we've got more training on your ideal client for this, but it's absolutely key. Because the benefits of building your tribe, first of all, is brand loyalty. They see themselves as an extension of your brand. They will become a valuable part of your marketing team. The amount of people that have told me they bought Twinings salted caramel tea bags because I kept harping on about them is absolutely unreal. I'm actually drinking a cup as I record this. So your tribe becomes a part of your marketing team. And if you don't believe me, think of a time you bought something based on a recommendation of someone whose opinion you value. Think of a time you recommended something to someone else and then they went and bought it. Your tribe enable you and your business to become a force of good in the world, because as you start to make changes, they start to make changes. And it means as you introduce new products or service, you've got more early adopters of new products. And I think it's really important to cover here that the size of your tribe doesn't have to be huge. It's not about saying, I need 100, 1,000, 10,000 people straight away. Let's focus on 10. Let's focus on getting 10 people in your tribe. Those 10 people that will promote what you offer, that genuinely care about what you do, and they're there because they want your business to succeed. I absolutely love Marie Forleo, and this quote really sticks through. The best brands in the world inspire us to feel something. They elevate our own ambition of who we are and who we can be. We want to associate it with brands who tell a story. And here is a brand who tells an absolutely amazing story. Now, I'd only heard of them quite recently. They're called Wildfine, saying fuck gender stereotypes since 2013. The business was created by two people who used to work for Nike, and they wanted to design clothes for unique women who hadn't been able to find their style celebrated by other designers, because they wanted to represent androgynous women who didn't want to go down the route of, the girly dresses or the heels and the tops. They wanted a specific type of clothing. And that's what Wildfine offered. They saw a gap in the market, they saw people who weren't represented, and they made them the hero of their business. So when we looked yesterday at having values and a brand purpose and representing your brand, this company, Wildfine, also engages in social causes by supporting causes aligned with their values, so such as Planned Parenthood in America. And we all know that can be a very controversial thing to support, and it's got a lot of varying press, but it's been hugely successful for Wildfine. Their best sales were in 2016, just after the US election, when they were selling their powerful feminine t-shirts, including an upside down Make America Great Again t-shirt. So basically it was then given two fingers to Donald Trump and saying, this is what we think of you. And that was their best sales to date, but it's actually continued. In 2017, they received $3.25 million in funding and 80% year-on-year growth. So this company is huge. Now, they don't represent mass market. They're not going out there trying to be on a window in John Lewis or trying to be Marks and Spencer's or ASOS. They're very, very, very niche, and they know their brand, they know who their hero is, and they represent them. But what this illustrates is there's an expectation for businesses that represent especially niche audiences to engage and participate in the meaningful issues of their customers, and that is to represent them. So, how can your brand represent what is important to your customers? Well, first of all, you can make them feel how they want to feel when they buy from you. You can make them feel special. You can make them feel important. Your website should be a start. How they engage with you, everything should be making them feel amazing. You can use your profits, your time, or your energy to support particular causes that matter to them. It might be homelessness, housing, sustainability, food banks, whatever you feel is important to your tribe, they should be the charities that you are going for. Using your voice to call out injustice. If you've got more followers on social media, if you've got more of an impact socially, online, locally, you can use that voice to call out injustice and do so on behalf of your clients. You can have strong boundaries and be the real you. You can only represent people if you're being authentic to you and who you are. Okay, my friends, let's talk about reaching your tribe through your marketing. First of all, you have to be crystal clear and intentional about who your hero is and speak directly to them. And ignore the people who aren't your brand heroes. And that can be a tough one because at first we feel like we need to people please and we feel like we need to please absolutely everyone. Do you fuck? Just focus on your clients and just focus on making them feel special. Because you have to know your ideal client, you have to know your hero inside out. You have to know how they want to feel by engaging with your brand. You have to speak their language. And you can also partner with people who also serve your ideal client. So look on Instagram, Facebook, locally, globally, who also shares the same tribe as you, who also is working really hard to represent them, and can you partner with them? But it's also about knowing the difference and knowing what happens when you are resonating with the wrong customers, because it will happen. Sometimes you'll put out copy, you'll share content, you'll put out marketing campaigns, and it will resonate with the wrong people, and that's absolutely okay. And a really good example of that was tiki torches. They're very popular in America, they're all over back gardens, but they had a situation during the 2017 white supremacist marches in America, whereby, you turn on the news one day and you see your product being held by white supremacists. And what do you do in that situation whereby, they're not representing your market, they're actually detrimental to your business? Well, this is where you have to stand up straight away and say, absolutely no. Absolutely no, this is not me, this is not my business, and they are not representing me. And what happens, because it will happen, what happens when you've reached your tribe but you still are connecting with them? So you're like, okay, I've got these 10 people to start with, and these 10 people, they are my ideal clients, they're the brand heroes, they're the people that I want to represent, but I'm putting out content and it's still not working and it's still not quite representing them. Well, I want you to get back and I want you to focus on connecting with them. And the first way that you focus on is consistency, because sometimes it's the case that we throw out messages here or there and over time they might work, but we're not being consistent. So being consistent in your message and allow room for you to naturally evolve over time. Don't panic appeal to people just because you need the sale. Just don't do that. And speak to your customers one-on-one and rediscover what matters to them and will naturally get them to engage. So if you feel like you know your ideal client, you've got a social media plan, you're being consistent in your marketing, but you're still not connected, take a few of your brand heroes out for lunch. Don't tell them that you just want to find out all about yourself, but let them talk. Listen to them, find out what's important to them, and then come back, sit down and think, okay, how can I connect with them through my marketing? Okay, over to you, my friends, and over to your worksheets. Who are the heroes of your brand and what problem do you help them solve? What does purchasing from you say about your customers? How do you represent them? Or how can you represent them? And have you a plan to reach your tribe? That's all for me. I cannot wait to see you tomorrow on day 3. Bye for now.